We back, baby.
And we here. Hey.
Episode 156.
Let's go.
156 of the works.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse my blabbering because I'm kind of tired. Ran today, so my energy levels is going to pick up as I drink this coffee, so we're good.
Right.
But we do have, before we start, two special guests in the building.
Yeah.
Chris and my sister Genesis.
Yep.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Welcome, guys.
Yeah, there are special days coming up. Very excited for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, we'll get into this pod and see how it goes.
You finally got me.
Yep. I knew. I was like, when he had told me, when he had said, he's like, oh, I got somebody coming a guest spot on the spot. I'm like, I'm almost positive as you, but I was like, I'm not gonna.
I didn't say anything for a minute.
Oh.
He didn't say anything to me, and then when I kind of dug in more, like, oh, you want to do the stuff, blah blah. I was like, who's coming? And he's like,
Well,
yeah.
at that point,
At
I
that
had
point,
to.
you had to
I had
tell
to tell him.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so,
Alright.
but
It's been years in the making, I think, at this point.
Our elusive guest are here.
yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, man. So we'll start it off on Chris's side. How we start off things on the pod is we check up on you and your mental health and see how you guys are doing. So you guys can kind of flow into that and see how it goes. Cool.
Yep.
All right, Chris.
All
How
right.
was your week, man?
My week was it went surprisingly well. Obviously I'm taking off some time from work, so I had to really buckle down, get my job somewhat organized.
Yeah.
With that, deadlines are deadlines, so you can't really do much with that. But overall, it was a good week. Excited to go into this week, excited to go into the weekend. And, I'm up right now, man. I don't know. I'm feeling happy. Feeling good.
Feeling good.
So I'm rating it 8, 9, man. I'm high up there.
Yeah. Cool.
Good.
That's good. I do want to say thank you for giving me time off of work because I'm taking it off as well. So.
In tribute to
tribute to you
I'm
guys,
gonna relax on behalf of you guys.
Hell yeah.
Should have never told me that. I'm going to put you to work.
Well, I'm off on Friday, so
Not all.
Yeah.
Not all week. Not all week.
Yeah, that would be. I wish, man, but we just finished up an audit, so Japan was down here, and it was usually with audits it's just super crazy at work. So I'm glad that it's not this week coming up because that would have been probably harder to get off that Friday. But for me, my week went good. My daughter started softball, so we're in full swing, full sports mode now. So we're doing all that stuff. My youngest daughter's birthday is coming up. Mother's Day is coming up. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Probably not gonna have a pod before then, so say that out loud real quick. Happy Mother's Day to my wife and my mother-in-law, and all
Happy
my
Mother's Day
sisters
to all the mamas
and
out
stuff
there.
like that. Yep. But yeah, man, my week's been good. Work was stressful as fuck because of the audit, but I'm coasting now into this next week and glad that we're gonna be able to celebrate you guys. I'm super excited for that. I bought a nice shirt and a suit jacket.
Hey, me too.
For you. I just want to let you know I'd never do that. So I'm gonna look very spiffy at your wedding.
We'll take some pictures.
Yeah, that we definitely have to take some pictures because I don't know whenever I'm gonna do that again. So, but yeah, I mean, my energy's high. I mean, I've been you guys know, I've been running. I just started running, so my energy level has been cool. I feel like I'm starting to get used to the running daily, not daily, but every other day right now. So, I'm at a 9 right now, mental wise,
Nice.
and just physically. I feel good. Body feels good. My knees are still, they're getting used to activity like this, but yeah, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm a 9. So, Genesis.
Okay. If you would have asked me this question 2 weeks ago, I would have told you I'm very mentally unstable. But this past week is like the turnaround where even mentally I was like, hey, whatever happens, happens. It's happening. whether I like it or not, in whatever form it's coming. So just coming to peace with those things, and I think also getting a lot of stuff done has helped with that mentality. And work is honestly the least of my worries. I have an amazing team, an amazing boss who is just like, don't worry about it.
Cool.
You are not holding up the walls to this place. Everything is fine. So I got a lot of work done and a lot of wedding stuff done. So I feel like we're up. We only have like 2 DIY projects left, and hopefully they're done today. And then that's it.
Cool.
This rating is out of 10.
Yep. Out of 10.
Okay, I'm gonna say I'm at an 8 because I'm gonna leave room for panic.
Leaving room for panic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shirt.
Yeah, that is
That's a good shirt.
that's bar right there.
We're taking that.
Yeah, definitely take that.
I've been saving all these one-liners just for this.
Open up the notes. Yeah, my week's been pretty good. I feel like it's been slower. I feel like usually have a lot more craziness at work, and like a lot of that craziness I don't want to say like I take it home, but I definitely like it sticks with you, and so it's like it's still with you when you get home. So I feel like since the last time I was here, I got promoted. Like,
Oh, congrats.
like a little under a year ago. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
And I mean, as you know, like it's fucking stressful.
Oh yeah.
Being in leadership is just like it's super stressful because it's like I know I can do my job. Like when they asked me in the interview process, they were like, why do you want to be a lead? And I was like, well, I already proved myself that I can be like, a good, just line cook, but I want to be more than that. And so like I definitely do feel like the reward of like the bigger purpose of it, but it's like, damn, like some people really shouldn't be here. Like some people really shouldn't work here.
Dude, 100%.
And so just like, I feel like that's what I deal with on a daily, but this week's been pretty good. I feel like we've been slower. I don't know if that's just because people are starting to go back from spring break already, or if it's like, I don't know, just because we're closing down, because our restaurant's closing down starting next week. So regardless, I was going to get the time off. Like, even if I wouldn't have taken this time off, I would have gotten the next like 3 weeks after the wedding. But took an extra week. So just like knowing that I was going to get a whole month off after just like 7 months of just straight
grinding,
but like getting my fucking shit rocked every night. Like it took a toll on me for sure. So just, I think this last week, knowing like it's coming to that chapter is coming to a close, it definitely made me feel like, I wouldn't say like even mentally checked out, but just like, I know there's a lot less pressure because I'm like, hey, I'm almost out of here. Like, I'm just landing the plane for you guys.
My time has come.
Yeah, I mean, they got 1 week to figure it out without me, and I know they will. So it's just like, I feel like I'm riding a pretty good high, and I think just like the weddings coming around, so it's just like whatever anxiety I felt about like what's not done, it's like it's turning into excitement because it's like it's like now I don't have to worry about work because I'm gonna have that like fire under my ass regardless, but like now that I don't have to worry about work, it's like now I still have that fire under my ass to like, all right, let's get it done, like I have all this time to like, let's do it. So because that's the biggest thing. It's like you're just exhausted, you get home and it's like, oh shit, like
got all these questions.
Shit's got like I couldn't even think of that. Like
He got home last night at probably 1:32, and I was sitting on the floor in our room with the Cricut, the computer, scraps of paper everywhere, and just it was probably a crazy scene. And I was like, "Hi," and he was coming in from just working a long shift.
Chris is walking in with like the pizza, like what's his name? Donald Glover.
Yeah,
and it's all on fire. It's all like, what's going on?
What's going on here?
I had some cookies.
Yeah, he brought me cookies.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. See, you got cookies.
Yeah, he brought me treats.
No. Yeah. So, I'd probably say I'm like 8.5.
Yeah,
let's
then
go.
we're all high right now.
Up here. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
But to comment on what you were talking about leadership, I was the same way. I was like, I kind of fulfilled my destiny on being a worker kind of thing. Like I was able to do all my stuff and I'll actually help other people with their stuff. So I think that's why I wanted to be more into leader, to get promoted to be a leader, just because I think the fulfillment for me is just getting everybody else to be,
Yeah.
what
What's also good when you have like, you already have the respect of your
Yeah.
peers, that it's like,
Mhm.
even like some of your friends will turn out to be like some of your worst workers, because
Oh,
it's like, oh, I like you as a person, but then I have to like lead you and you're
Yes.
just lazy or whatever.
Mhm.
But there's the some of the guys or girls or whatever that like, they work hard and they respect you as a peer, that like when you become a lead and you're like, hey, can you do this? It's like they don't think twice.
They don't
Yeah.
bat
You
an
know?
eye on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and
Hey.
like that's really rewarding.
And I think that for me is the hardest, not the hardest, but it's something that my boss did tell me. He's like, you're going to have to learn that because you grew. When I became lead of the second shift, you want to call it, I didn't have the title. I was just one of them, right? But I was the point of contact. So I kind of grew up with them, building my leadership and all that stuff like that. And then when I finally got promoted, he's like, the hardest thing that you're gonna have is drawing that line of
That
like
shift.
that
Yeah.
shift of
Yeah.
like, now I'm not your friend, like
Yeah.
we're not friends. He's like, you don't want to say you're not their friend, but it's like you're more their boss now than their friend.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't agree with that. I would just say you're not their friend during work hours.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to be, because if you don't do
Yeah.
that distinction, it definitely
Yeah.
messes
So-
up.
Yeah, I just feel like in today's like era, it's just like really hard to go like switch from like, oh, we're friends, to now we're just like, now I'm your boss.
Yeah.
Like somebody's gonna feel some type of way about it.
Mm.
And it's not like my job to make sure that they don't feel some type of way about it, but it's easier when I can say it in a way where it's like, hey, like I'm coming at you with respect,
Mm-hmm.
but hey, get your shit together.
Oh,
Like,
dude, that's I already had a conversation like that at work. It was like, I expect the same respect I give you.
yeah.
Like, you don't have to like me, but
Yeah.
if I show you respect, you're gonna show me respect for sure. Like that is, there's no, like if or ands or buts about that part of it. Like I ain't gonna stand for that. Like it's, to me, it's like, if I respect you, if I give you respect, then I deserve the same thing back, whether you like it or not at that point, right?
I'm
Yeah.
in the opposite situation right now. So my boss, so I am the subordinate, I guess. My boss used to be my peer, and we used to work together and worked together in an amazing way. And she's been someone that really gave me the confidence in my profession and made me feel capable. And when I was really young too, I was like 22 when I worked with her. And I've carried that in my professional career. And we had some circle moment, and I got the opportunity to work with her again. I have a higher position. I'm an administrator now, so they do consider me management. But I don't have any subordinates right now because our team just doesn't need it. But she is my director, and I know that we're friends. And sometimes we break that in meetings and we talk to each other like friends. But I know that I need to respect her, and she in turn gives me that same respect. And we talk about positions all the time, and she talked about a position that could have been open for her, and she was like, and I was like, yeah, but I'm not trying to take your job.
Yeah.
And she was like, I want you to. I want you to be the director. I want you to sit in this role and show your leadership. And that's just kind of a friendship that where you want me to do well professionally, and you're not going to take it personally should I come for your job.
Yeah. And
And-
those are the best leaders, though.
Yeah. She
Oh,
is
yeah,
the best boss I've ever had.
Yeah, I had some conversations at work this week, just because it's like I'm considered like in the new, I don't know what the word is, like regime, or like new, like the passing of the guard, like
You're
Yeah.
the new wave.
yeah, like I'm one of the newer guys. I've been at the restaurant for almost like 2 years now, so I've been there for some time, but still, like, because it's such an old restaurant and like most of the crew has been there for like at least 10 years, everyone's kind of just like older, complacent, stuck in their ways, like, and part of a different era, like part of a different generation of workers that have a different mindset about things. And it's like, I can understand it, but also like those same people that are kind of like harder, like rougher around the edges, like they also don't have great work ethic. So it's kind of just more like the stewing in your own misery.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, like one of my other leads, my like co-leads, she is one of those people that's been there for a long time, but we got lead at the same time. So it's kind of like, hey, it took you this long? I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I've been at this restaurant for at the time that I got it was like less than a year. And so like, I think I caught a lot of flack because everybody's like, oh, who's this new guy? And it's like, yeah, but you see me. Like, I outwork you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to.
It's those people who just they can't get there, or they don't want to. They don't have the
They don't.
drive.
It's
to
more
do
so
it.
they don't want to, but they don't
Yeah.
want to admit that. They're just like, oh, well, I didn't
Yeah.
want it anyway. It's like,
Yeah.
no, that's not
I'll
true.
admit
Like,
it. Don't worry, I'll
Exactly.
admit it. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
and like,
I see the problems up there. It's all right. Yeah, I can do without.
Well, I tell you right now, I mean, that might be a great choice because
yeah,
now that I'm up here, it's like, man, maybe I should have just
Nah,
took that one level promotion and just
it-
call it a day.
like in my experience, I've kind of seen it the way it. I think I have a different perspective on these things because I think all three of you guys work in bigger companies, so there's like the bureaucracy in it is
Yeah.
way big. So if you're a small ant in there, like it's kind of hard to see the big picture.
Yeah.
At my job, like it's not a small company, but it's still small-ish
Yeah.
to where our departments are like 2 and 3 people, and so I kind of see the overarching thing, and I'm just like, I see what they have to deal with directly and kind of have to be a little bit involved. So I'm like, why am I going to take on that kind of problems, which I already know that's, you know.
Why am I going to put myself in the position to look for an adultier adult
Yes.
and I'm
Yeah.
looking back at me?
well, that's
There
And
you
I-
go.
and then that's going back to my point. Like, most people don't want it. They just want they want somebody else to fear them because they're in like leadership, and it's like that's not my job. Like, I have so many side conversations. I think like the biggest criticism I get from like my chefs or like managers is like, you're too quiet. It's like, I don't need to yell. Like, I build the relationships person to person. I have many conversations. I'm on the line all the time, and so I'm there to see it, and I have the conversation. I'll pull somebody aside and be like, you know, like, you could be doing this better. Like, you can do it this way. This is how I see it. Like, think about it this way. Like, one of my coworkers is like, he's like kind of a nerdier guy, and like, so I know he understands like certain concepts, and so I just have to like break it down in a way that makes sense to him. And he's like, that makes so much sense. Like, every day is a conversation. So it's just like, you can say like, oh, like, this new wave is soft. It's like, you guys are, you know, like, you're coddling these guys. It's like, sure, you can see it that way, but like, you're rough around the edges, and you don't give a shit, but you're also not on the line. You're not working alongside them. You're not building those relationships. You're not creating a better culture. Like, brick by brick, I'm building this shit. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not just me, but it's like, I'm part of the positive change. And so like, when I leave for a week and then I leave for another 3 weeks after that, everybody's like, oh, we're gonna miss you. Like, congratulations. Like, I have the respect of the people. Like, and that's rewarding because it's like, it's not for nothing.
Well, the funny thing is, but what you're saying about like how workers are, because the way I came up, our generation, right? When I went into that, you know, the job I am now, like, I just head down, grinded. Like, there was no like baby shit. Like, I wasn't, you know, complaining, or
It's just like
it's
work.
just like work,
Yeah.
right? I gotta do it. Now I have all these kids coming in, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, why would I do that? Or like complaining about like, man, this is so, and I'm like, that ain't hard. It's just, you just gotta want to do it, right? But at your point about you actually physically seeing how you need to talk to somebody, that is great leadership as well, because everyone's different, especially this new generation, right? They're coming in.
Yeah.
Because our generation, everyone is probably mostly the same, because they were just from a young age, they were told, you got to do this, you got to do that.
Yeah.
This new age coming in, they're all, yes, coddled maybe, but they want the respect.
Yeah.
That, but we also like, we don't have a say in who comes in, you know, like, we don't have a say in that, and we don't have a say in how they're raised. So it's like, I got to deal with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know?
you notice that, and you're changing your tactic, or changing the way you teaching somebody just because you know that, right?
Yeah.
And not just be like, well, I had to go through that, so I'm gonna do it to you anyway. If you can't cut it, then you're out.
You're out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It just doesn't work like that
it
anymore.
doesn't.
I always tend to say, like, because I'm a millennial, technically I'm a millennial, and I grew up with you guys, elder millennials, and then also have...
You didn't have to go there. You didn't have to go
You
there.
didn't have to put the older millennial. You could have just closed this in with the millennials.
You could have said true millennial.
Yeah.
More experience. More experience.
Weathered.
Weathered sounds foul, but, like,
She said, I'm the last of the Mohicans.
I am... That is not politically correct in this climate, please. I am closer to the Gen Z as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm a hybrid because I do have that work ethic of work, put your head down, things like that. But I also have developed this, why are we all so serious?
Yeah.
Like, at my old job, I worked for a corporate HR consulting company. Like, it doesn't get more corporate and just like black and white than that. And I used to say that I was the personality hire because we would have meetings and everything is so serious, but like we sign papers and we do things like that. Not everything is an emergency. Why are we treating like we're saving lives?
Yeah.
And I think this like corporate rush that has been created in workplaces is fake. And I mean, in Chris's case, it's different because if somebody's waiting 45 minutes for their steak, they're going to be pissed. Yeah. But there's a difference. And
Yeah, there's a lot of WTFs.
yeah. And so just like the difference in it is kind of mind-boggling in the workplace. And now these millennials are in leadership. Like my boss is a millennial, and seeing the way that our generation has evolved the workplace is a good thing, but is also a bad thing. I have, like, my boss is like, I put in my request for taking time off for the wedding. I was supposed to be working tomorrow, and I put in my request starting on Tuesday, and she reached out to me and she was like, hey, I don't see your request for Monday. And I said, I'm going to work. She was like, ew, why? And I was like, you're right. And she was like, take the day, dude. Like, don't worry about this. And I feel like there's that. She is one of the most professional people I've ever met. Even my friends, when I went through the references and they had to call my references, they were like, wow, she's so professional. And I think she just has this tone to her voice. And she just switches into like, ew, why? Yeah. And comes down to my level. And not that but I talk like that. I'm pretty casual. And just being a leader by saying, hey, you're getting married this week. Like, let's probably not work on Monday.
Yeah.
I
need those
Not
soft
like that.
skills, bro. I need those soft skills.
Yeah.
being able to like.
I'll send you a book.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I learned this in the corporate world. They call it disc training. And so you're either like dominant, submissive. There's like categories to it, and it teaches you what you are, and then it teaches you to read other people. So as a consultant, I used to deal a lot with like CEOs of companies.
Okay.
And they're very like, do it fast. Like, I don't want the fluff. I don't need to know. I don't need you to ask me how I'm doing.
Yeah.
I need the answer to my question, and I need it immediately. And I knew how to work with those people. I'm a little bit shyer, I guess, or a little bit slower to things sometimes. And I knew like, okay, this person's dominant, so they're a D, and I'm over on the SC, and how to apply those skills of like, this is how I could talk to you directly to make sure that you can respect me, or also speaking to other SCs and being able to get down on an empathetic level and recognizing how they like to be spoken to, how I like to be spoken to, and then meshing the two.
Yeah.
I have some of that at work too. Like, a lot of my coworkers is like a lot of like younger Gen Z like girls, and so it's like most of the time like I will lean into the like, I'm one of the girlies, like just like, so that like girl. Yeah, like
hey,
and
hey,
and that's
twin.
what. Yeah, and it's fun because at the end of the day, like, we can have like good dialogue or like good funny conversations. But like last night, like one of them was like complaining about something I had asked him to do, and I was just like, at a certain point, I just had to like draw the line and be like, do what I told you, like, and they were like, oh, and I was like stop and do what I just told you to do, and it was like okay. And I got done, and then we moved on. It was
Yeah.
back to being girly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
You guys are definitely different, like
Yeah.
like era of work. Because
Yes.
my job, I know I've mentioned it before, but like mine is old school, hardcore, 80s Japanese. Like,
Oh yeah, yours.
You're
You're running.
going
They're running a
in.
slave ship over there.
yeah, we're wild. Like, and we had that conversation with upper management, and obviously they're all what is it, Gen Alpha? The ones
Yeah,
after baby boomers, it's
they-
Alpha, right?
Gen Alpha.
They need to
Gen
evolve.
Alpha, them, they're just like, why can't they just do it this way? Why can't they just get it done right now?
Why can't
why
we just
can't they-
crack the whip and they're
why
gonna
can't-
work all night long?
Mhm.
Exactly.
Well,
yeah.
it's like, remember he told me, he's like, they told him to work.
Oh
After
yeah.
he got home, he was like, no.
Oh yeah. They were like, well, if something needs to get done, I'll stay there till 12 o'clock, and then I can tell like in their eyes they were like, oh, but I understand that not everybody can do that, but like, no, you really don't understand.
No,
You're expecting that kind of level
Yeah.
of work, or you're perceived as not
Lazy.
part of the team,
Yep.
or
Yeah.
you're not you're not a
You're not a team player.
you're not a team player. There you go. That's the
Yeah.
thing. And how do you get it out of that?
That's why I feel like I have a hybrid of that, because mom is like that, of a workhorse and has that work ethic, which I can appreciate, because even in the workplace, of the way that you present yourself, there's a standard in the older generations of, we're not going to wear sneakers to the office. We're not we're going to brush our hair and do our makeup, and for me. And so I can appreciate some of that I've learned along the way from my mom, from you guys, just
Yeah.
presenting yourself in a way, but also still being a girly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how you bridge the gap. I
Yeah.
mean, that's I don't know. Like I said, I have a lot of older coworkers, so it's just like,
nah, old fogies gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that one. I'll say it out loud. Old fogies gotta go.
Well, you got some of them who are accepting of the change.
Sure.
You can plant them anywhere and they'll get along with
Super
the younger
adaptive.
crowd.
Yeah.
They're accepting of just the culture of the new generation, and they like to teach the new generation
Yeah.
to make fun of oh, we used to do it this way, but you guys do it this way. That's
There's not a whole lot of that there, but
no, I know, but you have
yeah.
some of that, and then
Yeah.
there's the other ones where they're just mean all the time, and they're just
Yeah.
get away from me, and I do it this way, leave me alone, that type of stuff.
Yeah. Well, it took me a long time to really settle in there, just because they had to my work ethic had to be tried and
Yeah.
proven that that I can actually work that hard for that long without actually starting to get lazy, because there's a lot of kids that are in my same position that have to lead the older people, and they're just they don't have any of their respect because they don't work. And
Yeah.
it's
It's just telling them what to do instead
Yeah.
of actually building that respect. From
yeah,
them.
I mean, there's a difference. Quick story, we had a fire go on a couple months ago. Worst day of my fucking life. There's so much shit that goes on at that place. There was one day that our broiler caught on fire, and I think
Chris is literally putting out fires.
And I-
No, I know. I use the corporate word of I have to put out a fire over
Yeah.
here, and he's actually
Literally.
doing
I was
it.
I'm actually putting out a
Well-
fire.
well, she always tells me oh, you're such an HR nightmare, and I'm I don't, maybe, but I think you'd be impressed with
I think all three of you are HR nightmares. Maybe not Ray.
I'm good.
I'm the HR police, because this is what I do for a living.
But yeah, it caught on fire, and then so I'm going downstairs. I took 5 minutes outside, and I was just after the fire was put out, we put out the fire, and then I was I need a second. I was so pissed. The day was already shit. And that was just the cherry on top. And I knew I needed a couple minutes. I walked back in, and then these two idiots are oh, fire department came in and we asked them if they have stickers, and they gave us pins. And I was
my
and I looked at him. I was don't you fucking piss me off right now. I was I'm gonna go throw you in that fucking water.
Hey, give me one of those pins too. Shit, I want one. No, just kidding. That's what I would
I
have
was
said.
on the fire department. Hey, can we use your hose real quick? When they hose these two down.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But but those are the guys that I joke around with, and
Yeah.
they work for me. So it's just it's funny. It's all fun and games at the end.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, man. Well, let's switch gears and well, I'm not gonna go through the topic because it's gonna probably take us a little over. So I just want to ask, between your guys' relationship, like how long did it take for you guys to actually communicate boundaries? Because I know boundaries is a big thing for like nowadays, right?
Yeah.
With the new mental health stuff and all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
Becoming in a relationship before I mean, for me, when I never thought about boundaries back then. Like it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's a more your awareness kind of thing. When you guys got together, like how long did you take for you guys to get comfortable enough to either set those boundaries or to even talk about it?
Can I start?
Yeah, anyone.
Well, going into our relationship, I think I was like jaded. And so I was boundary central. Like with some things, I was just like, no to this and no to this and no to this, because I was trying to like protect myself, I guess. And Chris is a really good communicator. And
I can tell you that right now. He definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
yeah, like,
He's like, I read a book or two.
I
yeah.
don't even know if it's a book. I think it's just he was born
I'm
with
writing
it.
now.
Yeah.
I don't know
Shit.
what it is, but he was really like, okay, so what's the deal? Like, and was really like able to establish that communication in our relationship really quickly. So I think they started really right off the bat. And if it was me disguising like an insecurity or something as a boundary, he was really like, that was so transparent to him, and he would like call me out, and I didn't want, obviously nobody wants to be called out, but it really helped with our communication, and then me actually stepping back and thinking, okay, like what are my boundaries going to be, and then communicating that to him. And they still even come up. Like, I am the kind of person that typically, I used to be like, I'm a recovering people pleaser, and just no boundaries ever. And as I've gotten older and through this relationship, I've really like become more comfortable with setting those things. And I think a lot of times, especially now with this, how you mentioned this new wave of like mental health, a lot of people use boundaries as an excuse to not wanting to do things. And so just learning how to establish those for myself as I've gotten older, and really realizing what I want and being able to communicate it. I'm usually the kind of person that'll let it bottle up, and then I'm going to explode in a couple of months. And I don't do that as much anymore, because we've gotten so good at communicating our boundaries that I can in that moment be like, hey, I didn't like that. Or he's the same way of like, hey, that wasn't cool. And we can talk about it pretty quickly and then just move on.
I agree with that. Yeah, I would say like, I think that's why. I feel like that's why things progress so quickly and so easily. Just because like, in the beginning, like, I don't know. I guess, like I say like, oh, I don't have time to waste. Like when we started dating, I was like 27, and like, yeah, I probably did. You know what I mean? Like, somebody that age probably did have that much time to like a lot more time to figure it out. But like, but I was like, in my head, I was just like, I don't know, like I don't really have time to like try to figure out what I want from a relationship. Like, I think at that point I already knew, because like I had already tried to figure that out for a couple years before that. That like, once I met her, it was like I know what I want. So like, as long as you want the same thing, we're good. And I could tell like,
He was literally like, get with it or get lost. Like,
He
he hit a point where he was like, because I gave him a hard time at the beginning. And yeah, he got to a point where it was like, he set his boundary and was like, are you in or are you out? And then that was up to me to decide whether I was in or out, because he told me what he wanted, and I had to figure it out.
yeah, and then she asked me to be her boyfriend. So.
No, I didn't.
That's how the lore gets started.
That's cool, man. I mean, I can almost say that being a good communicator is probably one of you being a good communicator is probably the best thing for a relationship. If both of you are, it's probably makes your relationship even better because then you get to, work things out. I'll give an example for me and my wife. Like when we started, I'm the type of person, like when I'm in a mood, not in a mood, but like when there's something bothering me, like I like to throw it on the table and let's talk about it.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm the same way.
And she was the type of person like give me like minutes, 30 minutes a day and I'm like, no, like,
Yeah.
because I'm like, when we talk about it later, like all the things that I'm thinking about right now are going to be gone. Like I can't write this shit down.
All my comebacks are fresh.
Yeah.
Well, no, like, like all the stuff that I'm thinking about and I want to make a point of, like, it's going to be gone, right? At that time when we re-talk or we finally establish talking about it or whatever. So I want to get this out of the way now.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like, because, I mean, at times, I feel like more in the beginning, like, she'd give me a hard time about, like, because I'm like that. I want to take time. But I think it's not just because I want to avoid it. It's more so, like, I have to give it time to think about how I actually feel about it. And, like, give, like, a proper response as opposed to a reaction, because I feel like I can see her coming like down the hall with a knife, and it's like it's like whoa. Like, it's like there's red. Oh, she sees this red.
No, I'm in code red.
There is no way to get out of that one.
Yeah, no, that was definitely like a boundary that he had to set of, if we have a disagreement or there's something that happened, I need a minute.
Yeah,
and I was not perfect about it. Like, for sure. Like I've had to. I think that's the positive thing. Like something I really appreciate about her is like I had to have that fire under my ass. So like I couldn't just be like, oh, I'm gonna figure it out and then like never do it. Like she was waiting on a response, or she was waiting on like me to have my thoughts and have that conversation. Like I couldn't just avoid it.
Yeah. I'm very much like Ray, and I had to say, like, I can't wait 2 days for you to think about this. We need to have this conversation, and we had to meet in the middle, and I have to take a chill pill and he has to like process a little bit faster. And it's worked. I understand, like, oh, if there's a disagreement, he needs some space. But he also understands, like, okay, there was a disagreement and I need to talk to her about it sooner than later. And it just has worked. It was a little bumpy in the beginning. I think Chris and he said this once when we first started dating, and I was like, he was like, I feel like we fell out of the honeymoon phase really fast. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, that felt kind of harsh. And he was like, no, it's not rainbows and kisses and butterflies. We are having real conversations.
And talking about it.
And talking about it and growing our relationship aside from those things. And then, so now in hindsight, I can really appreciate that.
I just want to say that, like, I didn't say that to just be like, to be a Debbie Downer in the moment. Like, it was more so just like, I believe in longevity. And it was just kind of like
a reflection. Yeah.
Like, well, it was, I feel like I hear a lot about like, oh, we're in the honeymoon phase. And it's like, what do you do when it's like over? How do you even know when it's over? Like, when do you start noticing? How do you respond to it? Like, I was like, nah, like, we're going to go through our hardest shit in the very beginning just to figure out exactly who we are. And then we can figure out even if we want to be together. Like, I feel like, or if we want to get married or move on. And I, like, most people don't go through that. They're just kind of like happy all the time. And they're like, of course I want to get married, and then like in their marriage is when they're like, oh shit, like here's the real issues, And I was more just like, no, let's take it there. Let's take it to the more like difficult parts of the relationship fast. And
well, it's also building the bridge of like figuring out how to get to those problems, right?
Yeah.
Because when you guys build that confidence with each other of like, we can get through anything because we know how to talk it out or decipher whatever is going on with each other. When you guys get into marriage, when you guys have marriage, stuff that stress that comes along, it's easier to fight it that way, right?
Yeah.
Because you already build it. A lot of people, honeymoon phase all the way up to to getting married, and then they jump
Yeah.
into marriage, and it's like we don't even have the tools to work this
Exactly.
out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by longevity. It's just like
That's a good
happier
point.
for longer because we have a more established trust and respect and everything else. So
Mhm.
Yeah, we had those conversations very quickly, and I feel like we got engaged after being together for a year. But in that communication, we really found what we wanted, and Chris took me to look at rings for the first time 6 months after we got together.
same.
And I was like, and at first I was like, is that crazy? And then just like taking a look at just me as a person and the way that we communicated with each other, it was a no-brainer. But it was also really scary to have like these boundaries of like, do we talk too much? Are we talking about our feelings too much? Like, are we like that feeling of like, are we love bombing each other
Yeah.
because of the way that we communicated? But it was just so like, I guess,
It's because you never felt that before, and you're just like, is this too much?
yeah,
Are we going overboard?
yeah,
You know, that type of stuff. But I mean, for me, and like I would say this, when we went, I think meeting you in Mexico in that type of environment, I told her straight out, like, second day, I was like, good. He's
Yeah.
good with me.
I got the stamp of
he- Appreciate
approval.
Yeah, he did.
I was like,
real
'cause
quick
I'm like,
too.
dude, I'm like, we're in this like hostile. I don't want to say hostile environment, as in like, you know, we're in a dangerous place, but just being out on vacation.
Unfamiliar
Unfamiliar,
place. We're
yeah.
all like,
I barely met you that, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that day when we
At
got
the
picked up.
airport.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
that type of stuff. And it's like, if you can handle that and you're very even keeled, communications there, you're soft spoken, very respectful. And then I was like, then we went to your family's house, and I was like, the way you were handling, I was like, bro, yes. Because if you don't take them, I am.
Ray does say that. Alex is gonna listen to this.
Alex, I love you too, man. Alex is my first love.
Yeah. There we go.
First Lopez love.
Yeah, that was a good time though.
Yeah, it
Honestly.
was, dude. It
Yeah.
was awesome, amazing experience. And I said, like I said, I'm down to go back again because that was just, it was just so fun.
Yeah,
2027.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this wedding took everything out of my wallet. So next year.
Next year, and let's not go during a race. Let's just go just to go. So we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
just, you know, just be chilling.
We have been. I mean, I think it's still kind of. We haven't decided what and when we're going to honeymoon. And Mexico City keeps getting thrown in there, and I'm like, Mexico City feels like a place that we're going to go back to multiple times for the rest of our lives.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
you
It just
yeah.
feels like
Yeah.
we can return whenever. It just felt like it feels like such a special place, and we had such a good time. We got engaged. There's family there. Like, it's just a place that is going to.
Yeah, they got locked in as like a universal nexus for you, for sure.
Yeah.
definitely.
Definitely. And it's not a bad city. Hey.
It's not.
No, we
I mean,
we still like
we
had
st-
so much to see.
I was like, man,
Yeah.
we barely got to see like any of the stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know, there's
yeah.
so
We
much
definitely
more that
didn't.
we could have done.
This
Oh
is
yeah,
so-
just in that area we were in. I'm sorry, just in that area we were in, there was like so much more to see. Like the next 2 days after
Yeah.
you guys left.
Yeah.
There was I don't. This is so like sidebar, but it has to do with Mexico City. Did you guys see what happened at the pyramids the other day?
Yeah.
That is
I missed it.
Crazy.
Crazy.
There was just somebody climbed up the pyramid and started shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
No, you didn't see
Yeah.
that?
No, I didn't
The
see that. I
video,
missed
the
it.
Yeah.
video of the
The
guy
video's
that caught
crazy.
the guy, caught him walking. I was like, dude, if I saw that dude, I would have been already like on high alert because the way he walked, I was like, just watching the video and not knowing what I was looking for. I saw him and I was like, that guy is weird. He looks sus.
And it looked like it was so much more packed than when we
Yes.
went.
Mm-hmm.
And it just was crazy. You're just going to climb up there?
Yeah.
I got to see that
Crazy.
video. I got to
Yeah,
check
no,
it out.
it's
'Cause
crazy.
You
haven't
did
seen
did
it.
all that work you know, to do that work. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Which one, the first one that we see, or the big tall one?
I think it's
I don't know. I
big-
don't know which one.
I don't
think
know
it's
which
the big
one it
one.
was.
I
I
think
think
the
it,
big tall one.
I think
Yeah.
it was the big one because of the way that the video was facing. So
Oh.
it was Del Sol. Because one of them was, right?
El Sol, La Luna, and then there's the. Oh, it's just the two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think it was El Sol,
Mhm.
not the one that was when we first walked in. It was to our right.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the further one on
The
the
one's
other
back,
side.
yeah.
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 I just saw the video of the guy getting shot at, like the shooter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just see him like running up the hill, and you see the little bullets.
Yeah, this
I
was
was like, oh,
crazy,
shit.
dude. I was like, man, that is nuts.
Honestly, it looked like something out of like, not that I watched this, but like out of Narcos. Just because the
Narcos,
video quality wasn't the best.
Yeah. And it's crazy. We always talk about that too. Like when we see videos of people like or security cameras, and we're like, why is this so grainy?
Yeah.
But you have this video of this guy like he's filming from like I'm like,
From,
"Man,
like, 2
cameras
miles
really-"
away.
Yeah, I was like, cameras do look like that. Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
I
like
think, I think that's just the recording.
Oh,
When you send it, when you send it,
yeah,
yeah, I think when you send it because
yeah.
it looks better on your camera.
yeah,
like,
no,
for
it looked
sure.
like
That's
kind
a
of
real
foggy
thing.
and pixelated.
No, it's a real thing. Like when I what is it? When I switched over to iPhone like 10 years ago,
Mhm.
I looked into it, and it was like the reason why you can't take as good like Android photos is because it's not because the camera's not better. The cameras are better, but it's the processing that like Instagram doesn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
That's why iPhones are better.
Yeah.
they're just made.
Apple.
They're just made for it.
Yeah.
Social media. But
Yeah, definitely. You want to start the line of questioning that we got? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're good. So we got a couple questions lined up for you guys. This is not an interview.
Yes,
Okay, this is a
definitely not an interview.
conversation. Don't
Okay.
worry, we're not grading you guys. Right? First off, right now, I know you guys probably have not thought about this, so I'll just have the conversation now. Have you had a moment just to pause and just kind of take it all in, figure out, hey, this is happening right now, you know?
Yes. Apparently, I haven't been very nice for the last couple of weeks. No, I have been really stressed, and when I'm stressed, this is something that I need to work on because he's the person that I feel the most comfortable with. I tend to like release that stress with him in conversation, and I know that like he's not a dumping ground for my emotions.
Mhm.
So, we had been getting into like little tiffs here and there, consistently for a little bit. And we had a conversation. We were actually going home from the house and just took a moment to be like, this is what we've been working towards. We're on the same team. And this is a season of the stress and whatever. But ultimately, like, we're doing it because we're getting married.
yeah, this is like I know it's very stressful, and I feel like definitely like a lot more stressful for her, like just because she's home working from home, and so like it's a lot more easy for her to look into a computer and be like, oh shit, this is not done, oh we haven't ordered this, or we haven't, and then it's like I have more of the luxury, but at the same time like it's not best for the overall team that like I go to work and my whole day is work, and like that is super stressful in itself, that when I get home like it's hard to like jump back into all of that stuff. But I feel like all the stress for everything like is all for the right reasons. Like I feel like I am grateful to even be in this position. Like I was telling my coworkers, like I just feel blessed. I feel like I'm in a good spot. Like this is a happy season, and like yeah, it's stressful, but like I'd do it all over again. You know?
Yeah. Like, how blessed are we to have this stress? Like, how blessed are we that we have made the decision to get married and like have
do
the
it this way, yeah.
opportunity to like plan our own wedding and pay for it ourselves, and you know, so it's all good stress, and I think we just had a little bit of a reset to remind ourselves.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
Very good.
That even cancels out the next question
Yeah,
that we had, which is
definitely.
what's the most stressful part about the finish line, about getting to the finish line? What
The
I'm
deadline itself.
the
Yeah.
de-
Yeah, the deadline
and
itself.
You know what? That's a good stress to have. Like
Yeah.
just it's the
Yeah.
it's the finish line.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's, you know, and you guys obviously are working through
Well, we were saying that
everything
like
else. You know?
we were saying that before the pod, like talking about like running and working out and stuff like that, like or
Mhm.
going to the gym. Like, yeah, you plateau because it's like sometimes you just don't have a goal, and like there's something to be said about having a goal or having like a deadline. It's like that puts a fire under your ass to be like, oh, I want this, and so I have to do this.
Yep.
Like as opposed to just
Mm.
like just doing the same routine all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna jump around a little bit here
Yeah.
because this
Yep.
thing.
You didn't think we were gonna be prepared.
So blew the mic. We're gonna get around to a little bit of you guys' relationship. It just says here, what's something you've learned about yourself through this relationship?
a lot of things for sure.
Yeah.
To name one thing,
I guess what is the most important thing that you've learned?
I feel like it's just because I don't want to sound like I was just like single for a long time, but I think because I did have a lot more time, like where I was single before this relationship, like I think it was easier to do a lot more of everything for myself. Just like I had all the time in the world to do all these different things, or I could only just think about like myself. And I think like being more selfless is something that I've for sure learned. Like basically all of my character flaws is like what I've learned in this relationship, and that's like not a bad thing. It's like I've learned like, oh, like I just can't be this, I can't be that. Like it's because there's somebody that's depending on me, or somebody that like I don't know, like it's not just me anymore. It's like it's the two of us, and like I represent the relationship on my behalf, like how I am. So it's like I have a responsibility to be like me, but also be me in this relationship as well.
Yeah, because you kind of, it's not only you're representing yourself, you're representing her when
Yeah.
she's not around,
Yeah.
and people look at that
Yeah.
type of stuff too.
Yeah. I think I've learned I don't have to be big dog all the time.
Big dog.
Of like knowing that, like I don't know how to say this. Like for a long time, I felt like the only people that I could depend on were like my mom and my brother. And I always say like, oh, when I'm around my brother, I turn my brain off. Like you are my leader, I follow. Like, you want me to pay for something? My wallet is empty.
Yeah.
Like I am I am an empty shell. And I feel like with Chris, I can shut my brain off. And I feel like I'm always in overdrive of trying to, and this might be like a control freak kind of thing, of like, I'm always in overdrive of like, we need to leave at this time. This is what we need to do to prepare for it. And like, I need to plan everything because it keeps everything stable.
Yeah, where did you? Chris is not like that. Chris is like,
Because my mom and I are like that.
yeah, Chris is like, I'm just,
We'll get there when we get
I
there.
go with the flow, my G. Like,
You know
Yeah.
what? I was having this conversation with my mom yesterday because obviously there's a lot of things. I'm helping with the wedding and getting a lot of stuff done. And
Which, thank you, by the way.
It's
Thank
been a
you.
huge help.
Anytime. One time. Anytime.
this one time.
Yeah, mom told me that you were like, I'm putting my all into this and I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
If she wants to get married again, she can have this whatever thing.
Yeah, so I was having that conversation with mom yesterday, and I can tell it was stressing her out that I just wasn't getting. I had told her my list the night before, and then in the morning, and I was like, I gotta get this and done. And I can tell it was stressing her out that she just saw me just kind of lounging around the house. I was kind of playing my video game, and I can tell, like, physically, like,
She was burning a hole in your head.
seriously. And I, like, we sat down and I talked to her, and I was like, I know these are the things I need to do right now. I don't have the mental capacity to do it. I was like, I need to like just stress, like de-stress from this week. I know these things are going to get done. I have the rest of the week, so I've already mentally said myself, if I don't get it done today, I'll get it done, within a couple days or by tomorrow. I know they're going to come up over here. So, yeah, like how my sister said, they're both kind of wired that way. And I was telling her,
There's a wonder that there weren't like my mom and I's like shaped holes in the walls when we were when like we all lived in the same house, because we bulldoze through life. Like everything needs to be done, and it needs to be done all at the same time immediately.
Yeah, and that's what I told her. I was like, I know you want things done to be done on your schedule, but I was like, there's other people. Like, we need to be able to accommodate for that. And it's going to get done. And yeah, eventually, like, she saw me. I was watching the Stagecoach live stream happening, and I was over there and I was cleaning up what I needed to do, and I started working on these things. Yeah, it was late at night already, but by that point, I had already I'm comfortable. I could do it right now. But she had been in since the morning. I think she gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and she just go. So by the time it was 5, 6 p.m.,
she was burnt out.
She was looking at me. She was burnt out, and she was just like, "Why aren't you doing anything? Like,
come on, Chris."
But then that's literally when I started doing everything. So yeah, it took me a little bit longer, but I got most of the stuff that I needed to get done anyway. And she just didn't see it, because obviously she was tired and went to sleep.
Once, Alex told me this about Chris, his brother. He was like, Chris, can be. These weren't his exact words, but something along the lines of the only time that Chris has himself completely together is when it comes to you. And I was like, what's the problem? I'm his wife. That's how I know that Chris is somebody that I can depend on. Of even if he doesn't have his own shit together, he needs to do laundry and he needs to get to work and he forgot his wallet or he can't find his keys. That's
I'm
his.
still a team player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I told Alex, what's the problem? I know that he's always going to come through for me. And that taught me early on, Chris is going to be a good dad. Because by any means necessary, whatever needs to get done for me or the kids,
no matter how tired he is, he's still.
Yeah. And it's
you guys are knocking down my questions right now, because that's the next one.
So
It's
sorry.
what's the one thing your partner does that makes you feel loved? And obviously it's the
is.
support that you guys are doing to each other,
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting.
Oh, a quick one. She packs my lunches.
Aww.
The other day I gave him the most bulbous lunch. I had gone to, poor guy hasn't gotten to lunch in a couple weeks because it's been go time. I haven't consistently grocery shopped in a while. And I went to Trader Joe's for fun, and I got him spring rolls, a protein bar, and an immunity shot. And I was handing him the smallest little pile of something.
It could have been anything. It could have just been the protein bar itself. It could have been a water bottle. It's just something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I am, because I'm so high strung typically. Chris is really good at being relax. Calm down. And not in a because I feel sometimes people are calm down.
Yeah.
It's not that way. He knows how to. Chris knows how to speak to me.
Hey, that's what you
want in a
look
partner.
for. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I think the thing that what you're saying is you guys are, I don't want to say opposite, right? But he is what you're not, and is the same thing as
complementing opposites.
Yes, complementing
totally.
opposites. It's a great thing, especially when you guys are working together like that. It's awesome.
Yeah, we kind of are opposites a little bit.
Yeah, I think opposites in the right way.
Yes.
That's something else I was gonna say that I learned in this relationship is my character flaws, but all of my flaws, there's just things that they come a lot easier to her that I can really just depend on. And
I'm gonna finish off with that question right there, and then we can obviously go into just the ending of the pod. But I know you guys are working on your vows. I'm not really gonna ask about that, but I'm gonna make this. This is a broader question, and you can make it just a little bit more superficial if you want. It's what's a promise you're making, not just to each other, but to yourselves mentally and emotionally.
That's a good question.
You know.
I wrote my vows. I wrote them the other night, and like, after I was at the house, I like cried the whole way home, and like sat and I was like, okay, I think I'm just in this like emo state. I'm just gonna write them, and yeah, it was not long at all. I was like, I'm gonna be thinking about this for days, and it's gonna take me forever to write them, and luckily I'm a little bit more eloquent in written form, and I wrote them pretty quickly, but just something like, you said it could be like superficial.
Yeah, it's for yourself. It's not for each other. It's for yourself. Like what?
I think I just have to like make a commitment to stay consistent in every aspect of the game.
Two-way player.
Drop a pass, run a mile.
I will break my John Brown Hyde Park. My foot off and go John Brown Hyde Park.
And then you run a mile. And then you run a mile.
Yeah, no, I mean, literally though, that's like left side, strong side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, sometimes I like lose my cool on just like, not even just I'm like a crazy like bee, but like sometimes I don't know if this is a us thing, like I can have a lazy day. Like we could be, I called my brother multiple times yesterday and I FaceTime everyone. He was in some sort of laying position every time I called him. And
not lying.
And so was I. And I think I can like get lazy like that in some things where I forget about the work that we've done together as far as like communication and things like that. And just remembering to stay consistent is something. And that helps me mentally and it helps our relationship.
That's good. I like that.
I think just like I gotta find a balance, like finding a balance and I guess like I'm always looking for that, but just like finding a work life, but also like workload balance and like, because that, I mean, like what I've learned in like the last, like going back to like the time that I've become a lead and been in leadership, like burnout is really real. And like, I don't think I've ever been this burnt out in my life, but it's like, I know it's for good reasons, but I also just have to like find a way to make my life a lot more efficient, or like just maybe not efficient, maybe that's not the right word, but like just to find ways that make my life easier and not have to work so hard. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff that's going on at work over the last couple of months that have made it like where there's no other choice, but like I think like making sure that all of my other outside stresses are not being a factor in like our relationship, because I mean, like I know I'm not the only one, but like definitely like that I think like I struggle with that sometimes, like, and you know, she was saying like she, you know, doesn't want to like emotionally dump on me, but at the same time like we can all kind of slip into that, like, and I definitely do too, where like she's also the person I'm most comfortable around, so like I definitely like will start dumping, and it's like, oh, like she doesn't need to hear every little aspect about work, you know.
Yep. Well, I would say I think that's a great thing though, that you're able to confide in each other, even if it's stress from work or whatever, because we talk about this all the time. When you hold things in, right, and you overload, then you just do something that shouldn't have been done in the first place. If you would just communicate like, hey, I'm not feeling some type of way, or I'm feeling some type of way in my head right now because of work or blah 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 blah. And I think with me and my wife, the same thing. It's like she calls me out when she knows like I'm very, I guess, about to like, it's spilling all over the place. Like I'm, you know, I'm holding it in. I don't want to say anything because I'm, you know, she's probably stressed out with the kids and all this stuff like that. I don't want to tell her anything. to make her more stressed out because she's worried about me, and then I will like have attitude about something or whatever, something little or that type of stuff, and then she'll call me out on it, and I'm like, all right, I get it. Now I have to kind of unload that, that type of thing.
The coming from like a female perspective, I guess, or like the other side of it, when you're like stewing, it's more of a worry because she doesn't know what's going on. And so it's kind of like you might as well just come out and say whatever's going on, because I promise you she's probably gonna find a way to make it as not a big deal as it is in your head, and really rationalize it, and then you both aren't suffering through the stewing. And I mean, there's an additional layer to it. You guys have kids, and I don't have to worry about kids. All I have to worry about is us. But I can imagine that, like, having your child ask you for 30 million snacks in one day, and then having your husband like stewing in the corner, like, is probably like a stressor, and it's probably like just. And I think sometimes we go into like we over communicate. I'm like, maybe you didn't need to know that. Maybe that's an inside thought. So
that's what I was saying. It's just one of those things though. It's like she knows and she can see it, and I know she knows. And then when I say, or when I kind of bring her into my mind, and I kind of calm down finally. And I'm like, if I should have just said that in the first place, or I should have just communicated it when I was going through it, so that I could feel the way I'm feeling now. But it's like I worry about her as well, because it's like she's watching all my kids, or all our kids, and then also has to take care of her nephew's son, and she's picking up her sister's kids. So it's like she has all this shit like on a daily, right?
Britt's
and
running the kindergarten.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like she's driving to schools to pick people up, taking my kids to practice, our kids to practice, picking them up, having to make dinner, all that stuff. And then you have my little one always asking for snacks because she's a snacky. So it's like, I get it and I feel it. And that's why sometimes like I don't want to add on to her stuff, because I know I can see it in her face too. But then I feel like it's like we unload both of our stress, and it's like, okay, we're fine.
And an adult issue probably feels like, I don't have to talk to anybody about like kid stuff and like another snack. If I've learned anything of living with our nieces, is that kids eat an insane amount. I'm like, how are you so small?
Yep. 100%.
But yeah, like it's probably gives her like a, dang, I'm not hanging around these kids all day, like, and we can have like a normal conversation. Yeah.
100%.
It's okay, Ray. It's okay. It's all right. I can tell. You're
like,
turning red right now. He's like,
they eat. Yeah, they do, man. I mean, well, it was, I was like, I used to eat. I'm a big eater, so I figured I was like, all my kids are gonna be like that, so it's whatever.
Yeah, they're just like growing and eating everything.
Yes, 100%.
It needs to be in the right shape and the right
and then it's crazy. It's like all three of my kids are all different. Like they're all picky. They're all picky, So it sucks for my wife in the aspect of like she has to figure out, okay, I can't make this for everyone. Like I have to make this for this one, that one. Okay, what do you want to eat? Okay, well then I have to make that for you, kind of thing. So
that's amazing, because like to be able to, like, she's with your kids all the time. Like she is blessed enough to be like, I know what my kids like and what my kids don't like. And there's a lot of parents out there that are like, eat this. And it's kind of like,
I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, back in the day, you ate or you didn't. So it's on the table.
That's what we got.
You don't like it? Well, hey, you're gonna go hungry.
Yeah.
To the next meal. So
my mom was kind of that way, but at the same time, she knew what we liked and what we didn't like, and she was gonna, like, my brother doesn't like fish. She was gonna sit there and make him eat fish.
Yeah.
So.
But,
I mean,
well, shout out to all your kids. Shout out to all the kids in your family too, in your house too.
Shout out to everyone.
Shout out to all the mamas too,
because
they're doing that silent
they're
work.
Doing the Lord. They're doing the Lord's work, man.
They're probably
out there.
snacking right now. Shout out to them.
100%. I tell you right now, I'll probably go downstairs and she's probably sitting there on her tablet eating something.
Yeah, Sierra's probably making a snack right now.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Well, we get into the end of the pod. Actually, let's do Addison's song of the week really quick.
Oh yeah, Addison's song of the week. You know what? I was listening to that this morning too.
Shout out to Addison again for uploading music to our music stream list. Again, if you guys don't know, it's on Apple, Spotify, Apple and Spotify. We have the Works podcast playlist that we have all of Addison's Song of the Weeks on. So you guys can go ahead and listen. It's a very good listen.
So we got 3. We got Dive In featuring Len Blake, Only Chris and Malarkey by Only Chris and Malarkey. We got Wash 2 by John Bellion. And then we got She Knows Too Much, Thundercat and Mac Miller.
See, Mac Miller.
Mac Miller.
Yeah, those are good. I listened to them earlier today. I was like, nice. I think that Dive In reminds me of I can't think of the song right now. Anyway, my bad.
No, you're good.
But they're all good songs, for sure.
All right, man. So for our new guest, we do the fast 5 questions.
Okay.
Chris has already been through this, so it's just for Genesis on this time.
I listen sometimes.
And this one we do great. Okay?
Yeah, we do
Okay,
great.
okay,
we
okay.
judge on this one.
We
I'm just kidding.
We're very judgy on this one. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, I don't remember that.
I don't remember Judgment.
All right.
Too many happy dads.
So, obviously, it's fast 5 questions. I'm asking you these questions, and the first thought that comes in your mind, that's the answer. Okay, one is happy place. And don't say Chris's heart.
That's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Is that that sounded personal.
I'm going to say this one is just because this is my mom's couch. Like, I walk into my mom's house and I turn into a 13-year-old again, kick my shoes off, and my mom's just bringing me snacks.
Hey, see? Yeah, people say that a lot too. They're like, oh, when I get to go home, it's like your body kind of decompresses because you feel it's a safe place.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't have to worry about anything right here.
Mm-hmm. All right, describe yourself in one word.
Wait, you didn't give your happy place.
Oh, my happy place?
Yeah, your happy place.
Which happy place?
Probably gym. Probably the gym.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm in a fight with the gym right now.
Yeah.
I see you do in the Pilates though. I would never step in my ass in a Pilates. I saw.
Have you ever been
videos.
on one of those
No,
machines?
it's fine. No,
I
do it.
saw.
No,
I
Those
it's
are
saw.
the worst. Those
I saw the videos
torture
of some guy.
contraptions.
He's super buff and he was doing it, and he was struggling. I was like, "There's no way I can get my ass on there."
Chris went
You'll
to
be
Pilates with me last
fine.
week for the first time. It just kind of works muscles that you don't typically.
Yes.
No, it was terrible. No,
Yeah.
really, it was terrible.
I know.
But-
I saw videos.
it's like yoga. It feels like when you do
It's-
yoga, like for some reason that's hard.
No, your muscles just have to have like a certain endurance. Because like I feel like it was hard, but it was more hard like holding the positions, if that makes sense. Like, because
It's a lot of
it's
core
known,
strength.
yeah, it's known for being core strength, but like it was more than just core strength. It was like it had me holding a lunge for like 30 seconds for a ridiculous amount of time.
On the
I don't see
platform
how
that
it helps
moves.
at
So
all.
if you move, it falls. You'll
and then
fall
you
off
fall
the machine.
through. Yeah, you break an arm. Like,
I mean, I'm straight.
but luckily I just have because like that's my warm up,
Yeah.
like lunges. So it's like it's fine, but it was hard because it was like just holding it for a long time. So it's
Yeah.
strength, but I think more endurance.
The need to survive and knowing like you'll break your ass if you fall, like will keep you on that machine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably just break something.
Like just the will to live.
Yeah.
And also it's in a class setting, so you're just around of like it's also like the really skinny ones that are like
Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like there was too many girls. Like I just it was like I'm the only guy in this room, and not because like I felt embarrassed. It was just like it's just like the self-conscious. Like I can't even step into a regular gym and
Yeah.
not think like girls in there are like, oh, he's staring at me, and I'm just like
I'm
cracked
just
out
trying
off
to- I'm
500
just-
milligrams of caffeine.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, we be taking pre-workout. You'd be like,
You're standing there, super itchy, just all amped up, ready to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, so I felt that like times 1,000.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, describe yourself in one word.
silly.
Ooh. Me? Patient.
Like that one. Favorite drink? Could be coffee, could be juice, could be water.
Unfortunately, all of mine are going to be energy related. So right now I'm just going to say an espresso tonic because that's what I'm drinking right now.
Okay.
Coors Banquet, baby.
Let's go.
Can't wait for my Friday.
There will be no course banquet at our
There will
wedding.
be no
Yeah, it's just not as good if it's not in the stubby. You know?
Oh, that's
God,
true.
Ray,
That's true.
We can't have glass.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Biggest pet peeve?
People who move at a glacial pace.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
no
I-
sense of urgency.
No,
Mm.
same. Like
Mm.
Jesus Christ.
Talk about my mouth last night. I got up. I grabbed a slice of pizza. She's eating.
I always
No type of sense of urgency.
I always like put this into perspective to people. My brother is a Cancer, and he grew up in a house with 2 Leo women, and we're like, I always say like he probably cried in his room by himself all the time. Just
I'll
because
tell you
of,
right
like-
now, being
Oh yeah, you lived with us, so
look, all right, being with this guy for as long as I was, I just could not fathom anyone that ever slept that long. I mean, like I said, this guy right
I don't
here,
even sleep though.
this guy right here, I worked overnight, right? So we would stay up late watching movies
Gosh,
all the time.
persecute me for trying to be relaxed. No, damn.
But like, no, this
What is
crazy.
the whole stress about? Like, we're all in this life, okay? I'm in it too. I'm in it too, okay? It's just I like to be.
maybe this is where it comes from. Because
Yeah.
sometimes he's sleeping and he works late,
Yeah.
and I wake up early to start working,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah,
like, I
you
hate
just-
to see a
Yeah,
man
you
sleep.
Yeah, you don't see the
100%.
extra 2 hours I'm awake when you're asleep.
Yeah. What? That's what I'm saying. So like, I would go to work at 12, right? So we'd stay up late. Well, they'll call it late, right? To watch movies. We'll watch movies, whatever, blah blah. I'll leave him, go to work, come back at 8 in the morning. Obviously, he's sleeping. I would go to take a nap, wake up because I have to go to the at that time I think it was working out or whatever, doing some shit. So I had to leave. I'd come back at like 2:00, still sleep. And then he gets up to go pick up mom. And I'm like, and then he comes back home and he goes back to sleep. And I'm like, hey, this is it. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
You
This
got to work
guy-
on your priorities, bro, man. Hey, I prioritize that, and then I still got my shit done.
Yeah,
Recovery
what's
is
the
a real
problem?
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's
I get it.
resting.
I have the sleeping gene that he does in a different way. Like if you tell me to fall asleep right now, I will, and I could sleep anywhere and everywhere, at the drop of a dime.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, no, there's something funny like we say in like the restaurants, like because when we cook our steaks or anything, like we let it rest because like cook a steak, you let it rest, it gets tender or whatever. So, but there's always a joke like when they're asking like, oh, how long on this, and it's like, oh, it's resting. Like, yeah, you gotta. It's worked hard. It's worked hard.
It's worked hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's resting.
Yeah.
All right. So this one I usually, because it's usually one person who's answered this question, but since you guys are the couple, say something nice about each other.
Trying to think of a good one. No, I'm trying to think of something good. You just hold it down.
I was waiting for that. I mean, I guess I've been saying this all along of just like this is my piece.
Awesome. Nice.
Nice.
That's a good one. All right. So we get to the end of the pod. We always have a leave you with this. And the one for today is a boundary isn't about getting someone else to comply. It's about what will they do if they don't, or what will you do if they don't.
Yep.
So that's it for me. You have anything?
I think I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for
I have a
our
question.
Yes.
Oh,
Since
yeah.
since we were supposed to be doing like this was a pre-wedding episode, do you have any advice?
Oh. Advice about the wedding?
The guest becomes the podcaster.
Advice about the wedding or just about
Or
life?
just in general. We're going into a different season of life.
Yes. I would say
I don't know if you want to. I thought about that, and I was gonna say I don't know if you guys want that advice now or come after the wedding, and then say, as Ray's already married. Like,
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, I mean, I'll say this.
Or going into it. I
Going
guess, yeah.
into the wedding, I just would just say emphatically, enjoy the moment. Like, that is probably the biggest thing that you guys can do for each other, is remember this moment, because it's, you know, God willing, it will be the last of your guys' time doing this. Biggest memory of your life. This should be for your kids, a memory that you guys can share, that type of stuff. So this is, like I said, just be in the moment, enjoy it, celebrate with your, you know, loved ones that obviously will be there, but celebrate with everybody to make it, you know, the best thing it can be. And then just in life in general, you guys are already there, bro. Like, the way I see you guys and how you guys communicate, you guys already nailed that part of it. How you guys are talking when you guys are going through some stuff, and how you guys are telling me how you guys work through stuff, you guys nailed it. And I think as long as you guys love each other, don't stop loving each other, don't stop dating each other. You guys are far beyond on that hard levels type stuff. So you guys are a match in heaven that you guys will take. Yeah. This is for me what I seen. Like I said, when they told me going into Mexico I was gonna meet you, and like I said, seeing you guys together, seeing you do your thing, and then I was just like, I knew from that moment, I was like, yeah, this is it right here. This is.
So what Ray's saying is lock him down before he takes something.
I said that already. You have me on tape.
You got
this already, but
4 days.
yeah. So, yeah, man.
We're getting a marriage license tomorrow. You don't have 4 days.
Yeah, it's
You
tomorrow.
got 4 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, see, there you go. But yeah, man. Like I said, just enjoy it. It goes by. It's gonna go by fast once you guys get into that part of it. But just enjoy it, man. It's gonna be awesome, beautiful. I'm sure you're gonna look beautiful. I'm sure you're gonna look good, handsome. So,
I was trying not to do it, but I have to.
but yeah. Any more questions?
No.
No? All right. Well, thank you again for being here.
Thank you, guys.
I can't wait
Thank
for
you.
Friday. It's gonna be amazing, awesome, beautiful. And good luck on the journey of life, marriage. I pray that you guys have the most happily greatest marriage until the end of all of our days.
Yep.
So, but yeah, you have anything to say, Chris? Anything you want to say to your sister?
Oh, I do, but I got a speech.
Oh, you got a speech?
He has a speech to write.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
He's a family representative.
Yay, awesome. All right, man. Well, that's it from us. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Back, baby. Shout out Juice on the beat.